Hey everybody, we are back and we're watching Captain America the First Avenger trailer and reacting to that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Alright, this is like one of my favorite of the origin stories. Like this one and Iron Man are neck and neck for me. I really like Cap's origin story in this. I love his whole... I think that honestly this is one of the few movies where most of the origin story is told to you through dialogue, but the dialogue's so good you don't care. You know, I just like hearing him talk about, like, just give me a chance to fight in this war and everything, and everyone's like, no, you can't do it.
Just a kid from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the callback in Civil War where Iron Man's like, stay down, final warning. He's like, I can do this all day. And that's exactly what he says in this movie. So let's go. Let's watch it.
It's approved. Oh, I love the old style of that, too.
Oh yeah, man. See, like dude, this was like early, and they still did great VFX on how to make him look skinny. You know,
that was actually a thing they were implying for models to make it look like they were wearing different clothes.
Really?
They applied it to him. Oh, Tommy Lee Jones was in the MCU.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones was. You didn't know that? Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones is in here.
Captain America's like everything is a shield.
Yeah, right. I like those like subtle callbacks, like saying that this is gonna happen eventually. You know?
Yeah.
5 tries in 5 different cities.
Oh man.
I can offer you a chance.
He will be the first in a new breed of super soldiers.
Oh man. And this is where the Tesseract was first seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before Infinity Stones were even really a thing.
And I loved seeing Howard Stark from because you see him from 2 different perspectives in the MCU as you go through the movies. Because we saw Iron Man 2 first, and in Iron Man 2, it turns out he seems like he was a total douchebag dad, you know?
Yeah.
But here he's like he's still kind of a douchebag, but you see Cap and him kind of slowly grow a friendship and like building the Captain America mantle together, like him building his shield for him and flying him out to the war. And yeah.
Obligatory Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans.
Get your
Tony Chris's.
Get your Chris's right. We got an Evans, a Pratt, and a Hemsworth.
Oh man.
Oh.
Your enemy is not what you expect.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you ever see the like DVD cover of the movie of Captain America: The First Avenger, Red Skull looks way cooler.
Yeah.
Like, and then he just kind of looks like one shade of red,
in
like all over his face. And I'm just like, come on, add some depth, add some darks and lights and actually show it, make it look gross. But yeah, oh man, I love like seeing his shield like just bounce off of shit. They just didn't do enough of that in this movie. That I feel like that's what everyone's issue was with this movie, was that like it didn't have enough action. And I would love to see a little bit more action where we get to see the shield just kind of like do its thing, but then we immediately got it in Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
So
You just don't know when to give up. I could do this all day.
do this all day.
Play a little Zootopia moment right there.
Cry, little baby bunny, cry, cry. Oh, you don't know when to quit, do you?
Well, he was right about one thing. I don't know when to quit.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I got no right to do any less than that.
I wouldn't have.
I love that right there.
Yeah, right.
That's a good shot.
Create a new breed of super soldiers.
You brought a 90-pound asthmatic onto my army base. I let it slide.
Oh man.
I'm looking for qualities beyond the physical.
I love this character too, who the doctor. I just probably my favorite like conversation in this movie is the one between him and Cap before he's Captain America. He's like, why do you, like he's asking him, why do you want to do this to me and everything, and he says because a strong man has been strong his whole life, he doesn't appreciate it, but a weak man knows the value of strength. And I'm like, that's dope, man. And it's very true. I mean, like, Cap, you don't appreciate something.
See that where she like touches him? That wasn't supposed to be a thing. She was actually just like, woo, woo. Fun fact.
Don't lie, Thomas. You would have done it too.
It's like Ant-Man when he's like, Just, hello. Hail Hydra.
Jeez. He's like,
He's willing to blow
I'm
up
shaking
half
your
the
hand
world
too
to prove
long.
it.
We're not even close to this technology.
Oh man.
I asked for an army and all I got was you.
I mean, it's pretty good still.
Pretty good deal.
Mr. Stark?
I had some ideas about the uniform.
You're gonna get so many girls.
Oh my gosh, how was Natalie Dormer in the MCU for like a split second? She's actually a pretty big actress. She's in Game of Thrones, but yeah, she's actually a pretty big actress and she's really good. But they just kind of use her as like just this girl who gets super horny toward Cap in like one scene.
What made you so special? Nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
You know, it's interesting how they have the motorcycle like windshield right there as the shield, because that was done in one of the crappier, older Captain America movies that I highly recommend you don't watch. But it was a nice little callback to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wonder if it was ever done in the comics too.
Yeah, it might have been.
But yeah, that was Cap First Avenger. A lot of people, probably one of the most underrated MCU movies, because I think it's actually really good. It's just that people don't understand that the cheesiness was there on purpose.
It's okay.
I feel like a lot of people think that they took too long on the whole like stage play sequence, where he was like going around being an actor as Captain America.
Yeah.
You know. But I really like the relationship between him and Bucky. I like the relationship between him and the Doctor. I like Peggy Carter a lot, and I love Tommy Lee Jones. He's hilarious. And there's like when he finally gets to kiss Carter, and they're chasing after Red Skull. And he's like, "I'm not kissing you," and then he jumps on
Tommy Lee Jones
and goes to save the day. You know, and man. I like this movie a lot. I think the only plot hole I really see in it is that there was probably a million different ways he could have gotten out of crashing that plane.
Oh, it wasn't. It's called the self-sacrifice of the
I'll tell you
hero.
exactly how to fix that, though. All right? Make it so that he built, Red Skull built this ship to be only piloted by autopilot. So that there is no controls whatsoever. Because, like he wasn't planning on coming back from, that he was planning on, this going off without a hitch. He planned it down to the T. They fight each other. He wins. He gets beamed up by the Tesseract, and then Cap tries to land the ship, but then he sees there's no controls anywhere, and so then he has to straight up just break the engines and while talking to Peggy, and then crashes it into the ice and everything. That was probably one of the most emotional scenes from those side characters for me. Was in the Agent Carter TV show, where because there's a point where Howard Stark is delusional, and he's kind of he's on the villain put him on some kind of drug that made him not realize what's happening or anything, and he's under the delusion that he found Cap buried in the ice somewhere, and it's so sad because Peggy's trying to talk him out of the delusion, and he's like, I finally found him and everything, because he feels responsible for Cap dying, because he's the one who flew him into the war in the first place.
Yeah.
And now he's flying, trying to find him, and he's like, Peggy, I found him and everything, and she's just like, Steve's gone. And I'm like, okay, Agent Carter, you're making me cry now. But yeah. Super sad because he's not dead, and then it's even more sad when he wakes up and Peggy's crazy old, and then she dies in Civil War.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my gosh! All right, so that was Captain America: First Avenger. We're gonna move right on down the line because the next one is the Avengers, the first one, the thing that solidified the promise of bringing all these characters together, and now we're getting another promise that is being solidified here with Infinity War, and that's only just next week that's going down, man. I mean, this is crazy. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Support us on Patreon. We like you guys. Keep watching our videos. Bye.